Hello again. This is Elia Eternal, and here we're covering, on this episode of 1320 Time Stream, the second part of this harmonic, which can be, doesn't have to be, observed on the second day of the harmonic, which is tomorrow. The aspect of it that we're sharing here right now is the gift of the three phases of this particular gene key or codon, which comprises the 41st harmonic. We have just finished covering the shadow frequency in the previous portion of this episode. Well, let's get to it. The gift, equality. The ascent of the family. It is in the 37th gift of equality that the great hope is presently arising for humanity. Equality is such an easily misunderstood term. All humans are born equal, since we all share the same genetic code. But as we grow and enter society, it becomes apparent that we are not so equal. In reality, equality is a matter of perception, and it depends upon frequency at the level of the 37th shadow, which sees human, say that again, is a matter of perception, and it depends upon frequency. At the level of the 37th shadow, which sees humans in terms of strength and weakness, equality is nothing but a dream. Yet, at the gift level of consciousness, equality is a living ideal that lifts people out of the game of victims and winners. When you operate out of the 37th gift, you are living directly from your heart, and all else is secondary. From the point of view of the human heart, all humanity is one family. This is not a mere sentimental dream, but an all-powerful truth rooted in the vast inner current of strength and love. Without love, you are always operating from the shadow frequency, and all you see and create is inequality. As the great mutation triggered by the 55th gene key sweeps through humanity, the very core structure of our civilization will readjust itself to the shift in consciousness. The flaws in the current social fabric of all cultures cannot be ironed out, but only phased out, essentially dissolving that programming. A new world will have to grow within the ashes of the old, and it will be built upon the rock of the 37th gift of equality. When the balance within human psyche is redressed, there will be no need or external religion. Neither will we have a patriarchy nor even a matriarchy. We will have a single stream of consciousness experiencing the true meaning of the word family. The family unit is the most powerful crucible of love through which humanity will be transformed. It's going to call out to that white dog energy. It's the way that phrase is formed, really, I feel, represents the white dog energy in the 1320 system. I like how they overlay, very exact, almost like the whole thing itself is sentient, bringing the different qualities to the different portrayals of its own harmonically sustainable beauty, an interactive, complementary architecture. Out of this 37th gift, a new vision of the family will be born. The family unit is the most powerful crucible of love, through which humanity will be transformed. The sheer force of love contained in the family is second to none. The love of a child for its parent and vice versa is as potent a force as any in the universe. As we create a new society based around the liberation of this love, our world will change very quickly indeed. The problem to date has been that the family has always been restricted to its gene pool or tribe, and has always been contained within a hierarchical structure. The current social, governmental, and educational structures on our planet do not serve the family first. By overemphasizing individual achievement, they encourage competition between families, which also creates competition between families, within families, which also creates competition within families. Through the 37th gift, humanity will come to see that it is the family that makes all human beings equal. We will find a new vision of family, both locally and globally. And we will in time extend this vision to encompass the entire human family. The great mutation that is moving through the 55th gene key will first manifest as a change in our children, as they are born with a new higher activation of their DNA. These children, in turn, will need a new family structure to support their collective awareness. Their very impact at the auric level will cause this structure to manifest. Even now, communities with higher awareness are beginning to understand new ways of conceiving and implementing this model. Families are the lifeblood of humanity, and a healthy family is a vehicle for such a potent force of creativity and love. The new family will become a vessel for collective ascension. As we recognize the power of the new awareness carried by the coming generation, when we begin to build a civilization based around the view of an incarnating child, we will create a truly magical world. The love between a child and its parent is an archetype of unconditional love. At the shadow frequency, however, all love is conditional, which means that essentially it is not love. True love is based upon giving without the need for return. The entire shadow frequency is thus based upon the principle of the bargain, of giving in order to receive. This bartering consciousness is what lies at the heart of modern civilization. It is seen through economics, government, and especially in relationships. It is here in the dynamics of all human relationships that bartering was born, and it is based upon the fear of not having enough. Through the 37th gift, you will discover a great economic secret. The more you give, the more you receive. Many people have misinterpreted this truth down the ages and having wondered why it does not appear to be true. Giving cannot be faked. You can give from your mind and you can give from your heart. Giving from your mind is always conditional, no matter how subtle, because it always has a secret expectation or hope attached to it. True giving is an act of insanity when viewed from the mind. The giving that comes from being in your heart leads to equality because it is based upon equality. The human heart carries this equalizing force wherever it moves, and it illuminates divisions in others by treating everyone with respect. Despite the mind's fears that equality will create a homogenized world in which everyone is the same, true equality is based upon respect for individual uniqueness. Indeed, it thrives on it. This kind of equality means starting with yourself. Giving is another place that the shadow frequency can hide and pull you down. Sometimes you may give to others out of a need for personal recognition or as a diversion from your own issues and fears. First of all, then you must learn to give to yourself. As you will discover, it is through the love of your own self that you will find your love for others. In order to support another, you must first ask your heart how you can best support yourself. And out of that will come the answer of how to give so that both giver and receiver are fulfilled. To give to yourself in this way means to trust completely in the wisdom of your heart. It really is as simple as that. Experienced as friendship, the 37th gift is the glue that holds humanity together. In fact, true friendliness is the universal mark of the gift frequency. Our current age is truly an exciting time to be alive because the 37th gift is giving birth to a new social paradigm all across our planet. It will create out of itself a new social framework that synthesizes business, education, and family rather than setting them apart from one another. It will also bring an end to isolated family groupings and communities by networking, both geographically and globally, to create a new model for community that is based upon giving rather than controlling. This energetic type of friendliness will also bring an end to the notion of separate communities based on the worshiping of an external god or authority. Through the awakening of the 37th gift, each community will find that it holds the same core principle as all others, namely support of the earth and empowerment and nourishment of humanity as a whole. Very cool. I really like that transmission. I also find it really cool how that dog just came and really kind of expressed itself. Because as I just happened to notice earlier in that phrase, I felt it really represented the dog sign in the 1320 system, my encounter dream spell. And so I feel it was very, like, to me it was both. First it was distracting, and then as I sunk into it and allowed it, it was very empowering. Because it felt like the spirit of this transmission, which to me is also laden in the dog seal, which is seal 10 of the 1320 system, just spoke, just came up and was like, yeah, this is what's going on. Like, feel that, allow yourself to take it in, rejoice. Anyway, you're listening and participating in 1320 Time Stream. That concludes the second part of our harmonic, the second day of our harmonic, the gift frequency. Stay tuned for the third part of the harmonic, the city.